So Taylor and I just took a pregnancy test and...
Well, you took it.
Well, I mean, we're together on this, right?
Yeah.
And I was like nervous. Anyways, we're gonna walk in. I can't like wait any more time.
Where is it?
Is there 2 lines?
Which one is it?
This one. That's 2 lines. Is that 2 lines? I don't. Wait, I'm gonna cry.
You did it! Congrats on the sex!
That's 2, is it not?
Yeah, I mean... So, is there another one?
There is another one. I don't have to pee right now, but...
Well, go chug.
Wait, yeah, that's what it says. It's 2 lines. One may be lighter than the other. That's what, right?
I mean, there's 2 lines on both of these. Which test did you take?
The early result and the triple check. These 2. I think this is the last one.
Babe, did we make a baby?
Oh no.
Is there a baby in there?
I knew it. I like totally knew it.
Because your boobs are hurting and everything? Wow.
Okay, we are on the way to our very first appointment and I'm so nervous. By the way, if my hair looks different, it's because I just got it changed yesterday, but I'm really nervous. Is everyone else nervous for the first doctor's appointment to find out if you're pregnant? Because I've literally had butterflies all morning. Taylor keeps telling me to like calm down, but we're also like a little bit late to our appointment, so that also is stressing me out because I'm never late. But to be fair, we're not late. They texted me a few minutes ago saying come early, and I'm not early, so that's freaking me out. But I'm really excited to see what the doctor has to say. Obviously, Taylor's not allowed to come in with me just because of COVID. So he's driving me. I just really wanted him to come. I think we're gonna FaceTime him from the room, so we'll see. I'm so nervous. Okay guys, so I forgot to film right after the appointment. We were just so excited. It's pretty much exactly what we thought. They confirmed that we are pregnant. She said that we potentially could be 6 weeks pregnant, but they're going to confirm on my appointment, which will happen in a week. I kind of think it's less than 8 weeks because I wasn't entirely sure when my last missed period was, so I just feel like it had to have been less than that. But I guess it could be 8, I don't know. All the days kind of mixed together during quarantine, so I have no idea. But anyway, it was all so surreal. Like when the nurse came in and said congratulations, I kind of like zoned out for a minute, but then she started going over everything and it's just so exciting. And I FaceTimed Taylor and Taylor got to ask some questions and the whole thing is just so crazy. But I will say the one thing that's a little confusing to me that I still don't fully understand is that like how COVID affects pregnancy. Obviously they want pregnant women to be very much safe and just do everything they can to minimize the risk of getting COVID. But I'm confused a little bit because we have been told pretty much, not necessarily not to do anything, but she was just like, try and minimize your risks at all costs. So, sorry, Hobbs wants to get up here. And yes, I pull him by his neck because that's what his mom would do if his mom was trying to pick him up. But yeah, I don't really know what I was talking about. Oh, so they were saying try to avoid group gatherings, and if you are in group gatherings, make sure you're outside, which of course is going to be a little bit harder as the weather starts to change and get colder. It's like pouring down rain right now, so that's like on my mind, but it'll probably be nice for a little bit and then it'll get cold. I feel like I'm just rambling at this point, but I'm just really excited. It's really so like surreal, and we just got so lucky so quickly, and it just makes me really feel for those who don't get so lucky, just because we don't know what it was like, you know, to have to go through IVF or anything like that. And I'm sure, you know, feeling how we feel and how excited we are, how scary it must be to be on the other side. So yeah, it's just a new time in our life, and I'm so excited to meet this baby. Okay guys, so I am about to go for my very first ultrasound, and it's so surreal. Like, I am like nervous again. I don't know why I keep getting nervous for these appointments, but I have like butterflies in my stomach. It's just like so crazy. Taylor cannot come in with me, which is really sad, but I guess we've never really known any different, but it's just because of COVID. Like the doctor's office that I'm going to has been very, very strict, like more so than I think most offices are, which I guess is good. I appreciate that. But when I was, just to give you an example, when I was filling out the initial like COVID questionnaire, I had been getting headaches just as part of my pregnancy. But that's one of the questions in the COVID questionnaire. So of course I said yes, because I've been having headaches. And they, like, a huge like warning sign like popped up on the screen that was like, do not come into the office, give us a call right now, like all this like stuff. And so it freaked me out that I was gonna like lose my first appointment, which ended up being fine, but it's they are taking it very seriously over there. So again, I think that's a good thing. Like, you want to protect all the pregnant women. So yeah, I'm just really nervous. My sister just bought us my sister and her husband sent us our very first baby item. I have to show you, let me go find it. Isn't this the cutest little onesie? It's like super, super soft. She just sent it via like an Amazon package. We told everyone on Saturday, and this showed up today, and it's what, Tuesday? So that was super thoughtful. It's literally the first item of anything baby that we have. So it just makes it so real. It's so crazy. But all right, I'm gonna go get this ultrasound done. Hey guys, okay, so I am at my 12-week appointment, and we're getting, it's one of those blood tests called first screen. We didn't do any of the other tests. Long story, but we're doing the first screen test, and so that's today. So we get to do an ultrasound today, probably hear the baby's heartbeat, and one of my friends said they might even be able to guess on the gender. They can never confirm unless you do like the blood test, or unless you're 20 weeks is when they say that they can't confirm. But she was saying that her older sister, for her 2 kids, they guessed at 12 weeks, and it was right both times. So they may be able to give us an idea of what the gender is today, and I am really nervous. I don't know why I get so nervous to come to these appointments. I feel like it's like excited nervous, but it's like I feel like this is a big appointment, and it still makes me so sad that Taylor can't be here in person with me. So I don't know, I just kind of feel like I'm like on my own with this, but everyone's going through it through the pandemic. It's not just me, so I have to remember that. But I'm about to go in and see the baby again, and yeah, that's where we are. Okay, so I just had the ultrasound, and then just met with the doctor for a minute, and it's so crazy. I hadn't heard the baby's heartbeat yet. Like, it's absolutely insane to hear your baby's heartbeat for the first time. I'm sure those of you who have children like know what that feels like. It's very weird, especially because for me, like, I haven't really felt pregnant because I feel like I don't really have a bump yet. And I mean, I've been like nauseous, but it just kind of feels like you just don't feel well. Like, for me, I haven't had any like extreme pregnancy like symptoms like some people get, so I still don't feel pregnant. So that's why like seeing the baby and hearing the heartbeat is like so surreal. And so the technician made an educated guess. She was like, I can't tell you for sure, it's way too early, but she made an educated guess that it may be a girl. Just based on what she was seeing, she's like, there's nothing between the legs, so it looks like it could be a girl maybe, which is so exciting. I guess can't get my hopes up because you just don't know, but I did end up getting the second test, which is like, it's called the I think it's called the NIPT test. I'm not sure. So I got 2 tests done. Both of them are blood work tests. One of them had the ultrasound to it, so I went and did that one, which is called the first screen, and then the second one was the NIPT test. So that one will tell us the gender in 1 week. It's like a week and a half, I think, is when you get the results back. So we'll know for sure what the baby is in like a week and a half, but it's just so surreal. Like, the whole thing is like, Like, I don't even know what to think right now. I am just so excited. Like, all I can think about is dressing my baby up. It's just so embarrassing. Like, that's the first thing that I think of. So I like immediately got on and started shopping for like kids clothes. Did anyone else do that when you found out what you were having? But I don't know, probably not. But I'm gonna stop blabbering because I have to go home and go back to work. But I just am so excited. Everything looks good so far, so good, and I can't wait. I can't wait. Oh, I almost didn't show you guys the ultrasound pictures that I got. Hold on. So they sent us home with some ultrasound pictures. This is like the heartbeat that you can, I mean, we could hear it obviously on the thing, but they don't send you home with a heartbeat recording for some reason. I guess it's like against one of their policies to record anything in our sessions, but I mean, look. That is so insane. Like, that looks like a baby. Oh, here's the picture of the legs. So if you see the legs, there's like nothing really in between. That's what she was saying. Could be potentially mean it's a girl, but we'll know for sure next week. Face. Oh my god, this is insane. Hand. And profile. That is just so crazy. I just got to Bed Bath & Beyond because I've officially hit my second trimester today. Today is literally the day that I've hit my second trimester, and I'm so excited. But I have that What to Expect app, if you guys have heard of that. It's that book that they've had like for years. That book now has an app, and it's kind of fun because they show you every week like how big your baby is. So this week my baby is the size of I think they said a navel orange, which is pretty big. So yeah, it's pretty cool. But they have like some tips and like just other information like for each week, like as you get bigger and just like throughout your pregnancy. And this week it was all about like the way you sleep at night and like how you sleep basically. And I am a full-on back sleeper. Like, I rarely sleep on my side and almost never sleep on my stomach. So in there it said that sleeping on your back actually isn't the best once you get to your second trimester, because as the baby gets bigger, I guess she like sits on there's some like vein or some like blood vessel that's right there. And it's just not good for them. It's not good for you if you're on your back because of the like weight of the baby. I'm not a doctor, so you're gonna have to look up like the whole thing. But now I'm at Bed Bath & Beyond because I need to get a body pillow, because I need to somehow like force myself to sleep on my side. I did order a body pillow on Amazon and it wasn't my favorite, and it was actually one of the more expensive ones, which is kind of sad. I mean, I guess money doesn't necessarily equal quality, like, ever. I don't know why I ever thought that. So yeah, but it had good reviews, but I ended up returning that one because it just was not comfortable. So I'm here at Bed Bath & Beyond because I remember getting a body pillow like forever ago, like when I was like in middle school. That was so comfortable. I wish I still had it because that would have been like the most perfect body pillow, but I don't, of course, threw it away. So I'm hoping they have body pillows here. I don't know, so let's go see. Okay, so we got a body pillow. They only had one option, which honestly is fine. It's this Wisted one. It was only 20 bucks, so that's kind of great. And I'm reading now, it has a 3-year warranty, which I don't really know what that means for a pillow. I got another pillow too, because this is meant for like, it says side sleeper, and the pillow that I have now is like pretty flat, like it flattens out in the middle of the night. I don't like firm pillows. I like more flat pillows, like ones that are super, super soft. But I think that I need a little bit more support if I'm gonna be sleeping on my side, so I got a side pillow. So I feel fancy now that I have 2 new pillows. So I'm gonna go clean the pillowcase that goes on the body pillow, and I'm gonna switch out this king pillow, and I'm really excited. But who knew that you have to buy new pillows when you get pregnant? It's kind of crazy. Hey guys, I am here trying to take a bump shot so that I can actually like tell everybody on social media that I'm pregnant. Everybody keeps asking like when we're gonna announce. I'm already 16 weeks right now. I'll be 17 on Sunday. It's Friday right now. So I think we are gonna announce next week, but yeah, I'm here trying to take just like a quick, easy mirror selfie, like nothing fancy, and you can barely see my bump. So I'm gonna try and eat and try and find a way to like push this bump out a bit so that the picture kind of makes sense. Which I guess if you're holding your stomach and you're saying you're pregnant, it's fine, but like, I don't know, I kind of wish I had a bigger bump. So I'll get there, but I'm really excited to share with you guys, and I think Taylor's about to take a quick shower and come up here and try and take a picture with me, because obviously I want him to be in the picture since he is half of this. So yeah, we're about to lose light. It's already like 4:30 or something, and light in Atlanta has been like going down at like 5:30, so I'm like trying to get him to hurry. So we'll see, but let's see if I can try and make this bump look bigger by pushing it out or doing something, so we'll see. Hobbs is cracking me up. Hobbs. He's like in the tiniest corner. You can't tell, but his like front legs are underneath him. Are you sleepy? Hey. Still waiting on Taylor, and now I have to pee so bad, but I'm also trying not to pee because I'm hoping that'll help make this bump look bigger. So where's Taylor? All right, so I'm finally convincing Taylor to chat about our first trimester. I say our, like he felt what I felt, but I'm just putting us all in one bucket. What is that, by the way?
What?
Crystallized ginger?
It's for transfusion.
Oh. He's about to make a cocktail and then he'll come chat. All right, we are making transfusions, which has been Taylor's like go-to golf drink, and he's now drinking them at home.
I like it.
So I'm gonna do a mocktail, of course, but he's gonna do a transfusion. He was saying this organic Concord grape juice, which you can get at Publix, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can probably get it most places. It seems to be sold out often, which is kind of interesting. Same with these. Ginger beers are the best ones, but these are also sold out often. It's the Barrett's sugar-free ginger beer. They just taste so like crisp and not sugary. So he's gonna make me a fake cocktail. But we're gonna talk about our first trimester. I'm trying to think like the main question that people ask me, I think, was like, how do you feel? Which I think is what most people ask like anyone who's pregnant. I don't know, Taylor, how would you say that I did for the first trimester?
Well, I
don't think
typically am pretty sore in the mornings.
Oh my God, I can't.
I think it's just, you know, being 32.
So Taylor's
knee issues,
okay.
Shoulder problems.
Taylor's been working out really hard lately, and he will come upstairs just complaining about how sore he is, and I'm like, I'm literally growing a baby. Like, I don't want to hear it.
Let's just tell everybody that.
I don't know. I feel like in the first trimester, I didn't have any like physical like sickness. Like I didn't throw up or anything. I wasn't even really that nauseous. I mean, I kind of was sometimes if I didn't eat, or if I ate something that I was like put off of. Which was like most food, by the way, because I used to eat, I would eat super healthy prior to getting pregnant. It was like mostly vegetables, just a lot of vegetables, a lot of eggs. What else did I eat a lot of? Like fish, stuff like that. And then when I got pregnant, I didn't want any of that, and it all grossed me out. And literally everything that I loved, I didn't want to eat. And the only thing that I really wanted to eat was like fruit, and I would eat yogurt. And then of course, like any sort of like carbs, so like bread or like pasta or something like that. So other than the food aversions, and I mean, that's pretty much is, the fooded versions. And then I got really bad headaches in the morning, which could have been because I wasn't drinking enough water, but I was drinking a lot of water, so I'm like surprised by that. But then I started getting migraines, and then I only got 2 of them, but it was just crazy because, like, obviously when you're pregnant you can't take a bunch of medicine, so all you can take is Tylenol. And the first time I got a migraine, I was sitting upstairs working, and I started to notice like my eyes were getting blurry, like I couldn't focus on the screen. And so I came downstairs and I was like, I'll just work from the couch for a bit. It was like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so I didn't have any like meetings or anything. And I was working from the couch, and then I started to notice that I really couldn't read. Like I was like focusing really hard and I couldn't read anything, and it was really scary. So then I just decided to stop working for a minute, and then my right hand started going numb, and I was like, oh my God, I'm having a heart attack, like freaking out. Taylor had left to go get a haircut, so he wasn't even here. And so I called my mom and my dad, who's a doctor. Long story short, it was a migraine, and it was terrible. And then I got a second one like a week later, but I think I beat that one, so it was long-winded. Anything you want to add?
Not even covered.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I've heard horror stories about people's first trimester. Mine really wasn't that bad, so I guess I'm pretty grateful. I just had felt constantly hungover every day. Should we announce the gender?
It's a girl. Surprise. Surprise,
it's a girl, it's a baby girl. I was super excited for either. Like, I've always wanted a boy, but I also, the idea of getting to dress a girl, of course, and do all the girly things with, it's like, I'm gonna be so excited. You're gonna be a good dad too.
I'm excited to be a girl dad.
Yeah. Why?
Just, I don't know, all my friends that have daughters, or at least their first child was a girl, just said it's awesome. And like, it's very clear that the daughter always is going to favor the father.
I knew you were gonna say that.
I'm pretty excited about that.
That she's gonna love you more than me?
I think she's definitely gonna love me more than you, yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
We'll see, I guess.
Yeah.
So our due date is May 23rd, 2021, which is exciting because I feel like it's funny because I didn't really think anything of it, but my boss was like, that's a perfect day to have a baby, like season of the year, because you can have like outdoor parties for your baby. And again, I never really even thought about it that way, but that's kind of exciting.
We don't have any May birthdays on either of our sides of our family, I don't think.
Oh yeah, she'll be the first May birthday, but it's May 23rd, so I guess technically she could be born later in June. Hobbs always does this like crazy, I don't even know what you call it, like psycho mood.
Zoomies.
Zoomies. I'm gonna try not to mess with him because he does get like really riled up. Like,
Humpy.
Oh. What else?
Nobody ever asks how the father feels. It's all about the mom.
Nobody ever asked how the father feels. How do you feel? Were you surprised?
What do you mean?
Like, were you surprised when we found out?
Well, we had never tried before, so we didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
I was not expecting, I mean, that was our first pregnancy test, right?
Yeah, it was. Okay, see, I told you. It gets like crazy. Don't. What's it trying to hump me? Yeah, that was our first pregnancy test, which I guess we can talk about that because I did record us like finding out, but I know he's being crazy. It was funny because, so we were pregnant. We went to the beach in like, what, the first week of August? Like last week of September.
Well, the first trip or the second? The second.
The second time.
Last week in August.
So it was like the last week in August, and apparently we were 2 weeks pregnant then, and I was drinking like wine, and we had like margaritas on the beach and stuff like that. And we got home after going to the beach, and then after the beach we went straight to the lake, which of course we were drinking there too. And then after we got home, we were painting this room, actually, this room that we're in. We were like finishing painting, and it was Monday night, and I remember Taylor said, let's finish painting and we'll open a bottle of wine so that we can like have some wine and paint, which I'm obviously always down for. But I just felt like, I felt like my body was different. Like I felt like things were changing, and I was like, I should probably check. And keep in mind, I haven't told you guys this yet, but we had just got off birth control like less than a month before. I guess it was a full month before. But I just didn't realize you could get pregnant that quickly, which I mean, I'm so grateful for. I don't want to, you know, say anything against that, but I just figured it would take some time. So that's why we kind of like started. And yeah, my body just felt weird. And so I was like, I'm going to take a pregnancy test. It was Monday night before we cooked dinner. I just ran to like CVS and bought the 3-pack of like.
Yeah, I went to Costco.
Yeah, Taylor had gone to Costco.
I came back and she was not here, which is weird.
And I didn't tell him I was leaving. I was just like, I have to go get this test. So he's at Costco. I had left the house because I didn't want to drink wine if I was pregnant. And I come back and he's like, where were you? And I didn't know if I should lie to him so I could surprise him or just like tell him like why I left the house. I was like, I don't, you know, I want to keep this casual. So, and also I'm like kind of scared to do this by myself. So I was like, I just went and got a pregnancy test. I got the 3-pack. And we went and took 2 of them, and they were both positive. And then we took the 3rd one, which was the digital one that said yes or no, and it said yes. And we were pregnant. It's crazy.
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 Unexpected.
Yeah, like who knew? Like if we were to count
and then
back.
I got drunk.
Yeah, and Taylor got drunk. I will say the one thing that people would tell me all the time is when you're pregnant, you don't want wine. It's like your body just tells you don't want alcohol. And I would 100% disagree with that. I miss wine more than anything.
She sniffs my wine.
I sniff his wine. I'll take like a sip, like a small tiny sip every now and then, but I'm trying, you know, not to even have a glass until like, apparently in your 3rd trimester, it's a little bit easier to get away with a very small glass, but I don't want to mess anything up. So yeah, I think wine has been like my biggest. I'm so sad that I can't have a glass right now. I don't think I have anything else to say. Do you?
I think you've done a pretty good job of managing stress. I think early on.
Oh, thanks.
And I'm very type B, so it takes a lot to get me stressed out. And I did not like. So we went for our first checkup. We were lucky to get in.
I'm gonna get closer to you just to make sure that people can hear you.
What?
I'm just gonna get closer to you so I can make sure everyone can hear you.
Oh.
Let me get in this chair. Okay.
Hi, welcome back. We.
Ew.
What the hell is wrong
We
with you?
literally own a gremlin. What is that noise?
Stop.
Can you not? What are you chewing on? Oh my god.
So we were, I guess everybody's pregnant right now, or at least there's a lot of, there's like a gazillion pregnancies
Quarantine
right
babies.
now. And so we couldn't get in with a doctor. We were lucky to get in with a PA. Sarah went, I obviously couldn't go for our first checkup.
Yeah, because of COVID,
And you
he's
didn't-
not allowed to come in. It's for anything.
So they did a, you know, like a actual non, you know, go to the CVS and buy a pregnancy test. Like they did a pregnancy test.
Which apparently is
probably the same thing.
like the same thing.
Okay.
That's what I've heard.
I don't know anything.
I mean, I don't know that for sure, but that's what I've heard.
So they did verify that we were pregnant, and then we got scheduled for our first ultrasound. They assumed at that appointment we were 8 weeks pregnant.
Because I had no, like, I was not tracking my periods. Like, I wasn't at the point where I was so focused on, like when my period happened, when I was ovulating, because we had just started trying, so I just hadn't gotten there yet.
We were very casual about it. Like,
Yeah.
we did not want to be stressful about it or stressed about it, so we were just casual.
So I didn't know.
There was a really long period of time where we didn't have any sort of a doctor's appointment, and I get it. They deliver babies all day. That this is what they do.
No, I think that's normal. Like even if there wasn't.
I understand, but for first time, I'm saying like what stressed me out is as a first time, like we're going through this for the first time. We don't know what we're doing.
Yeah.
And you know, she didn't look pregnant, right? She obviously like at 6, 7, 8 weeks doesn't have any sort of a bump, or we had not heard a heartbeat. We could see a little blip on the screen for the first ultrasound. We didn't hear anything. So it just stressed me out the amount of time, which I get it, it's normal in their world. It's not normal when you're going through it for the first time. And so you don't want to think the worst, but you're kind of in that time frame where something bad can happen. It's going to happen around that time. And then it was just a very kind of weight lifted off the shoulders to have that second ultrasound where, first of all, it looked more like a baby and less like a little peanut or something.
Yeah.
And then they tried to guess. I remember the PA was like, listen, or the ultrasound tech said.
And Taylor's on FaceTime.
Yeah, so I'm FaceTiming. And by the way, for anybody that didn't know this, because I figured it out, I was very disappointed. Or else I would have FaceTimed on my iPad. And then, so you're not supposed to FaceTime. Or I'm sorry, you can FaceTime. You're not supposed to record. Yeah. So I tried to screen record, and I got the video of us seeing the baby, seeing the heartbeat, and I could hear it. We could hear it for the first time, but it doesn't record audio. So just FYI, if you try that, it doesn't work.
So we have like a video of the ultrasound, but you're not supposed to do that, I guess. Yeah. Or our doctor, you can't do that. And then. So
I was trying to be secretive, and not to mention I just got out of the shower, and it was awkward because I'm standing there in a towel, and so I was trying to not. I thought that the camera was turned around, and then I realized I was standing there because I'm like so focused in on what's happening. I'm not looking at I'm not thinking about me. So that had turned the camera around to the front, but then for part of the video, I'm standing in the mirror, so you could clearly see it on the other side. But
she probably wasn't even looking.
It is pretty cool for the first time
to hear your baby,
obviously, but to hear the heartbeat is pretty wild.
Yeah.
And then they say, there's these kind of wives' tales around, like if it's over a certain beats per minute, it's more likely to be a girl. If it's under, it's more likely to be a boy. Ours was under, so we thought that there was a pretty good, again, it's a wives' tale, but we thought, all right, maybe it is a boy, and then it's ended up being a girl.
It's a girl, and my camera is about to die, so this is what we'll do. If you guys have any questions about just how our pregnancy is going or just anything in general, just leave them down below, and if we get enough, then we can, I'm committing you to this, we'll record another video on it. So
don't ask questions.
Okay. All right, well, we're happy that it's finally out. We've been, so excited to share the news. So, Baby Wisted coming May 2021.